The Shelter Metropolitan Park District meeting is called to order.
Board Member Blush.
Here.
Board Clerk Stearns. Here. Board Member Gilmore.
Here.
Board Member Nisco.
Here.
Board Member Sherman.
Here.
Board Member Sal. Here. Board President Gutierrez.
Here. Thank you, Mary. Let's see, part B is our consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda as published?
So moved. Second.
And a second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. General public comment. Maybe there have anyone signed up to make general public comment.
I'm waiting for the final sheet, so I'm gonna keep talking. No, not.
And we'll move on to the business agenda. There are some action items this evening. If you want to the administration report by Jordan Crumple, our recreation supervisor. How's that report for us tonight? Just in time.
Evening board. Yes, so tonight, for recreation purposes, we wrapped up the summer, with movies in the park and adult softball, with results very successful. We had $1,900 in donations for movies in the park, which is fantastic. It covered a majority of, or at least licensing fees. So a big thank you to Peninsula Credit Union, Habitat for Humanity, Jump YMCA, Christmas Town Kiwanis, Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition, Sarah Pacific, and Garrett Nisco. We were our donors for this year's park. So without them, they helped make that project happen. So hopefully we'll try again for another great season next year. For softball, we had 10 teams, which is great. They just wrapped up. Steps Espresso was the sponsored team, and they finally pulled out a win. They've been the second team the last couple of years, and they finally made it through. So good on them. Now we're getting ready for the fall season. Right now we have yoga going on. Michelle Pugh is our instructor for that, and she'll be running a class between now and through the end of the year for her fall session. We got doubles pickleball going on right now. That started last week. And then starting October, we'll have women's 4-on-4 volleyball. And then another big one is youth basketball, which will start in November. We do have scholarships available for youth if they are interested. And they don't have the financial ability to participate. We do have funds for that. So we highly recommend kids to try out for that. And that's for grades 2nd through 6th grade. And then in your packet, we did a survey back in July to try to get an idea what the community wants for programming for future programs. So got some results for you. The ones that are marked in red are the top answers, and the ones that were marked in blue are kind of the more not so top answers. We had about majority of them were county residents who did it, which is okay, but it was actually fairly neck and neck for between city and county residents who did it. And we did have 41 responses. It was open for about a month, the whole month, and we did it in July because it's National Parks and Rec month, so it seemed pretty fit. Adults was the main one for who the focus was on for programs. They all talked about whether they want to do like weekend stuff, different days of the week, just trying to get a general idea of what the community wanted. And they gave us a lot of ideas because we asked what things they wanted to see. Or if they travel out of town, what do they usually do if they travel outside of town to do a program? Trying to just get some more information so we can do a little bit more development in our programs moving forward. So our plan is to hopefully implement 1 or 2 new ideas next year and kind of go from there. So any questions on recreation stuff? Aaron's going to cover park projects real quick.
Thanks for Aaron Nix, Assistant Public Works Director. I'm helping Jordan kind of manage Parks and Rec with regard to kind of management of people, programs. I have some experience in this, and then I was a director manager for 2 or 3 different jurisdictions. So one of the things that we wanted to just let you guys know about is we actually are going to have a kind of a big, it's not a shift, it's just it's an update that we have to do. It's called our PROS plan, Parks, Recreation, Open Space, and Trail Plan. If you can see PROS. We really want to do a lot of community outreach with that. And we also want to use the Parks Recreation Advisory Committee to really provide us a lot of input and probably use that venue as a way to get interested and engaged. But just wanted to bring that to you. We are not going to use a consultant. I've done 2 or 3 of them in my past. Mark's done those, and it's time for her to learn how to put those together. So there is some process to that. You actually have to meet certain criteria, and the reason why everybody's motivated to do this is that once you get it approved through the Recreation and Conservation Office, that opens you up to big money. And when I say big money, you know, acquisition projects, they have a boat program, they have a bunch of different things, but it has to be included in that. So we'll be working on that with heavy involvement with the crack, discussing that. The other thing that I just wanted to bring to your attention is another project that we're just getting underway with. It's the Crosstown Trail Phase 1. You'll see on your future agendas list that I have an item up for that. We're currently trying to finalize the agreement to move forward with that. If you recall, we have $199,820 dedicated towards Phase 1, and then $250,000 dedicated to Phase 2. Both are designed. There's not a lot of conceptual planning for that, but that's how the grant is written. So they will be basically design features. That's something else we want to kind of work with the track on and bring in public attention to it and get some positive things moving in the right direction. So just want to let you guys know that that's upcoming. At least from our perspective.
Happy to answer any questions.
Question about the city comprehensive plan and the trail. How does this fit into the city comprehensive plan, the trails?
So, and I'm speaking just out of my back knowledge, comprehensive plans are typically, and I'm assuming you're talking about the main comprehensive plan.
The city's comprehensive.
All utilities and everything.
Right.
Typically, those are grandiose type of larger vision pieces. They won't necessarily tell you specifically types of trails. That's really done in this pros plan update. That's when you're going to get very specific about that. Typically in a comprehensive plan update, it's more 30,000 foot view. We really desire more trails and so many locations that we want them. So that will be discussed. I've not been involved in the most recent update that's becoming before you, but typically that's the higher level stuff that happens there. You then take that, at least vision, then you build in the pros plan specifically where you want to have them. In addition, what we do with comprehensive 6-year CIPs. So, and we did one recently, kind of planning out what the desires are. Again, this is where the crack and you guys play a huge role. Without your vision, we're the builders. We can make it happen, but we need to know the desires and what's the highest priorities. That's really the comprehensive plan. That's where you kind of set that.
One last question. Are the master gardeners ready to present to the council about their plans for Catalyst Park, or has that been shelved?
That's been on hold for right now because it's not in our pros plan. We told them that once we get that utilized, it is on our CIP. So once it's in the pros plan, we can start moving forward on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to add to that, that if you don't have it in there, you can't get funding for it. So, and I'm just being candid about that. That plan that they want to do is beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. The price tag is $10 million. And even if we had that in the pros grant, RCO is not going to sponsor a $10 million project. You may get half of them, you may get $8 million. So I've been trying to help those guys kind of bring some perspective because they're getting a little antsy. Make it happen, make it happen. Well, you can't, there's no money. So we have to kind of build that, get up to that point where, and it may take 5 or 6 types of grants that we have $500,000 to help us reach full vision, but it's pretty expensive price.
It may take several years, but at least it's good to dream, right?
So,
Councilor Gutierrez, and to further Aaron and Jordan's comments, the city's comprehensive plan references other plans, including the pros plan within it. So upon update and adoption by the council, it's adopted by reference within the comprehensive plan. And there's certain elements within that, including the water comprehensive plan, sewer comprehensive, stormwater comprehensive plan. Those are adopted by reference within the city's overall comprehensive plan. So whenever there's an update, it's adopted by reference.
Thanks for the clarification. I just wanted to make sure that all the work that the mayor and I've been doing on the comprehensive plan is part of what we're looking at, so that we're integrating that as well. And I was at the PAC meeting last night at the county, and I thought that we could do a better job of being aspirational about what we want to do in the comprehensive city plan and make that big picture take that photo of the future that we want to see and make happen instead of just worrying about the little details in between. So that, just wanted to thank the mayor for being on the council. Thank you guys for actually actualizing the things that we can do. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, the administrative report. The next meeting of the Shelton Metropolitan Parks District will be on November 4th at 5:45 PM. This meeting is adjourned at 5:57 PM.